in fairness, lads, in all feckin' fairness, the great hate is unendurable. Now look at, there's many of you out there that are delighted, and look at, I am happy for you, like I am, but spare a thought for the likes of me, who I find this, I feel like getting sick right now. I feel like puking, and also, I'm as narky, like I'm really narky. I have gone troppo, like I am a danger. I'm afraid to go out in the world because I'm so narky. And it's awful. Like I said, there's many that are happy and good luck to yous and all. But, oh Christ. Anyway, look it, right, I'm going to tell you things. On Wednesday, I went to Miggledy's house. Michael G. Higgins is Uachtaráin na hÉireann, President of Ireland, and he had a yoke in his house, not his house I suppose, the President's house, on Wednesday afternoon to celebrate the centenary of the suffragettes getting the vote. And it was just so wonderful, because the people that had been invited were sort of feministy types, do you know? And I was so honoured to be included, to be regarded as a feministy type. And there was loads of people there that had been active in the repeal movement. And there I was, hobnobbing and rubbing shoulders with the likes of Alva Smith and Senator Catherine Noone and Dr. Peter Boylan and types, do you know? And it was lovely, and I met so many lovely people, and I met people like that I hadn't seen since the vote passed. Like I met Senator Ivana Bacik, and she and I had met about 9 days before the actual vote, and we were both worried sick, you know, and we shared a moment. We were at a kind of publicity yoke, and we shared a moment where we kind of said how worried we were, and this was the first time I'd seen her since. And we hugged like two people who had been in a war together and who had got separated and thought each other might have died. But then we met each other and we were alive, and it was amazing. And so we were all milling around. You see, the heat was bad, and it was lovely. It shows how Ireland has changed. There was water, and then there was sun cream for the people. I mean, I was lurking under like a little parapet, praying for the shade to fall on me. But other people were out milling on the grass and talking and not a bother on them. And then, so for the first hour and a half, we milled on the grass, and a band made up of Nigardia played songs for us. And then we went into the merciful cool of a marquee, and it wasn't like an old-fashioned marquee, but there was some sort of air conditioning, and then on the tables, and you could sit wherever you liked. On the tables there was sangers, and there was fruit on sticks, and there was mini eclairs, you know, like bun eclairs, and little scones with giant raspberries on them, and then a plate with little slices of, it looked like pineapple drizzle cake, and ginger slices and little chocolate cups. And anyway, for some reason, me and Roisin Ingle were put on either side of Sabina, Mrs. Higgledy, and the First Lady of Ireland. And I don't know why we were picked, but it was such a honour. And then there was bands and singing, and the Gardaí ladies choir sang lovely songs. And then I started feeling really emotional, and then I was sitting beside Tara Flynn, and then both of us started to cry. And it was just, I suppose it just felt like Ireland had come so far so fast. And you see, I missed all of the celebrations after the vote, and this for me was the first time that it felt concretised, do you know? And it was really, really lovely. And despite the great heat, I had a wonderful time. And so that was my big news of the week. And in and around that, I've been trying to do my scribing. But honestly, I feel like, right now, I feel like vomiting. But I will tell you lovely things. Baby Hannah is back. She was on her holidays in France. And She came to see us on Friday, and it's the first time I've seen her in 3 weeks. And my God, she's changed so much. She is older and wiser, probably. I mean, she's very wise anyway. And I know I've said this to you before, and it is obscenely boasty, but she is fond of me. She is fond of us all because she's that kind. You know, she spreads her love far and wide. But she looks at me and she smiles so much that her dodie falls out. And she goes like this to say hello to me and makes noises of pleasure when she sees me. Doesn't she? I'm asking himself. He's nodding. I mean, it's undeniable, you know, and the others are sick and narrowed with the jealousy. But what can I do? Like, I can't help it if the child loves me the most. Now, can I? I mean, I'm hardly going to be mean to her just to even things out a bit. I think it's my squeaky voice. Could be. What else? I'm just going to look at himself. Is there any other news?
It's very quiet.
It's very quiet. You see, we're lying here wanting to vomit. That's been my week. And I can hardly write because I write on a computer and the heat that it gives off is just dreadful. And I have tried wearing them you know, GIMP masks, frozen ones. That works for a while, but then they melt and then I have to take them off and then I feel like getting sick again. I have to show you a book. It is called Harvesting. It is by a lovely Irish writer called Lisa Harding. This is her first novel, and it is beautiful and harrowing. It's about sex trafficking. It's about a young woman from Ireland and a young woman from Moldova, and it's, you know, it's an important book, and the fact that it's so beautifully written makes it bearable to read. And wait till I tell you, Mrs. Higgins, Sabina, had read it and was, I mean, isn't that amazing? What a wonderful couple they are. You know, they're so cultured, but they're so nice to us. So if you're looking for like a literary read, this is the book for you. I'm just going to hold it up there now. Did you see it? It's really, really, really great. It's wonderful. I would recommend it highly. Not for the faint-hearted, but there's plenty of you who aren't faint-hearted. So that's kind of all I have to tell you. My head is melted. My brain is rozz. I just feel like my brain is going to leak out my ears. And it would probably be for the best. I really shouldn't be driving in this weather because I am narky. And I am blocking people. I have blocked 2 people on Twitter for being cheeky to me. For patronising me. And I don't like who I am in the heat. You know, I am nicer in the temperate temperatures. But anyway, sure, look, it won't last. It's Ireland. And I really hope you're enjoying it and that you're out in the sea and having ice cream and enjoying yourself. Because I don't want other people to suffer simply because I am. Because obviously I'm not that bad yet. I mean, if this goes on another week, I will be an entirely different person and really quite unpleasant. And let's just hope that doesn't happen. I hope you're well. I have nothing else to tell you. Thank you for your patience with me. Bye-bye.